I don't know how you experienced coming into the sanctuary, having to relinquish your documentation. That's part of Shari's work, to declare this as true sanctuary, as a documentation-free zone. There are some things, some truths, that words simply fall short. Some things that we simply can't get to by language that needs to be translated. And so that visceral experience of signing your name to a document whose contents most of us are unsure about. I don't know if Shari's going to offer you a translation for that document or not. We'll see. But having that experience, declaring this as a sanctuary, is part of visual homiletics. This simple table set here, it seems to evoke more questions than it answers. Shoes, an Iowa map, chairs, a simple meal. To come into this place and to realize on the cellular level that the only documentation you need to be considered a child of God is your very existence. We come here in this room, each of us as children of God, anxious and eager to see the unfolding of that justice of the kingdom. It's a pleasure to introduce to you one of my students. Shari Miller is going to offer some words that she has to help us deepen our understanding and experience of that which is before us. Shari?
Well, I hadn't planned to share this before, but I think that some of you have, once I shared some of this translation with a couple of you, you're like, oh, you should probably share that with the rest of them. How many of you were willing to sign the form as you came in? How many of you had a heightened sense of anxiety doing it, giving up your license? I'll read to you what the translation is in the pidgin Spanish that I wrote here. This is a form that you need to sign in order to reclaim your IDs at the end of the service. Each day there are thousands of people that must go to places where they don't understand anything when others speak or write. Sometimes these people have to sign sheets of paper in a language that they don't understand. They don't know exactly what they're signing. They don't understand the seriousness of the situation. It's possible that they're signing something that they don't want to. For today, this place is going to be a place that's free of documents, of passports, of IDs, of all identification cards, important identification cards that you can have. Everyone who enters is going to be in the same spot. We'll all be without documents. We're all equal. It's probable that you were a little afraid and felt a little bit of anxiety and worry when you had to give your forms to the person at the registration table. If you're in the dominant culture, typically you don't think much about the ID card that you have in your wallet. You only need to show it in specific situations. But if you don't have an official ID, you're always conscious of the fact that you don't have it. You live in a world that's full of fear. Only for today, we want you to feel a little bit of the anxiety that many people find and encounter each day of their lives. And then I would like to share a poem with you. Who are we? Or perhaps, whose are we? Surrendering our tangible identities, we find sanctuary. No need to hide. God knows us. Free from documentation, chains are unloosed. Belonging, loved, accepted, welcomed. The triune God, community as one, sustaining each other, and the three sustain us. From stories, common humanity, we see ourselves in another's shoes, listening, hearing, seeing, being in the presence of the other. We sit together. We stand together. We drink from the cup. We break bread together. And we discover that we were never apart. We are community as one, sustaining one another as the three sustain us. Whose are we? Amen.